The following audio dub is made with the permission of the original author Mandroid. Please support the original production by following the link in the description below. Thank you. And, sorry, Anon.
The concoction boiled over, causing the cobalt fluid inside to seep down into the table. As it flowed, it left a trail of bright purple in its wake as opposed to the table's normal mahogany.
Crap, 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 crap.
You start shouting as you take the experiment vial off its burner before inspecting the damage the accident caused. Looks like part of Twilight's table is going to match your coat for a while.
Twilight, it looks like this one won't catalyze either.
Darn it! I was sure we had gotten the mixture right.
How's our stock of poison joke looking?
Not good. At this rate, we're going to run out before we even come close to finishing.
The two of you had a hypothesis that you could use various chemicals and magical oils to more or less neuter a poison joke plant, taking away its ability to change some pony the way it did. A hypothesis that would fall through if you couldn't get the damn thing to catalyze.
I can always grab more.
Anon, I'd much rather this experiment fail than have what happened to must happen to you.
I could take the path there.
Come on, let's try this again. Maybe with less salt water this time.
You step out of the library at your usual time, but it sure doesn't look like it. Thick clouds hang over Ponyville, the setting sun casting them in shadows so harsh you could practically feel the water trapped inside of them. The big storm was scheduled for around midnight tonight, but you could swear it was going to let loose any minute. You were about to start heading home when you heard a brash voice from behind you.
Yo! Anon!
You turned to see Rainbow Dash land a few feet away from you, her rainbow trail lagging behind her for a moment. She wordlessly extended her forehoof. You wordlessly bump it with your fist. Bro greeted.
Hey, Rainbow. What's up?
Just getting everything ready for the storm tonight. It's gonna be our biggest this year. Where were you headed?
I was about to head home. I don't want to be caught in this crap when it hits.
Rainbow looks at you, almost confused.
Head home? On a Friday night? Fuck that, man. Let's go grab some drinks. My treat.
Well, shit. It probably was with the prospect of the drinks being free. You had nothing else planned other than to relax at home and hear Most complain that he can only take so many painkillers at once. You find your feet already following Rainbow.
I could stand to get out more.
Cut to a few minutes later, and you and Rainbow are in some hole in the wall chugging hard apple ciders and shooting the shit.
So, wait, man. Wait. What do they say where you're from instead of Buck?
Rainbow is a bit tipsy. It goes with being that much lighter than you.
Fuck.
That's weird.
You continue to regale Rainbow with tales of fast food, wireless internet, and soap that tasted like chocolate when you saw a familiar creamy yellow in the corner of your eye. Oh no.
Fluttershy.
You must have had more than you had thought. Damn these ponies' weak alcohol messing with your ability to regulate yourself. She was standing at the other end of the bar with her back to you. You could see her eyeing you two every so often as she pretended to be nonchalant. Oh fuck, she looked right at you. You turn and stare at your drink and pretend to not hear the clip-clop of hooves coming up on you.
What's wrong, dude?
You hadn't told anyone about what had happened in the hole. You had only told Mose about her staking out the house. You were actively trying not to think about it.
Let's just say Fluttershy gets a bit personal when I'm around.
Fluttershy sits down next to the both of you with as big of a smile as you think she can make.
Hello, Anon. I didn't expect to find you here.
You turned to her, acting like you weren't just conspiring with Rainbow about her.
Oh, hey, Fluttershy. I could say the same thing about you.
Oh, yes. You see, I've been wanting to, get out more.
Why do you get the feeling you were stalked here?
Well, it's just us bros here, having a few. Right, Rainbow Dash?
Yeah. It's just us bros.
To her credit, she doesn't trip. You would be more concerned that she sounded a bit off when she said that, if not for what Fluttershy says next.
Do you mind if I join you?
No, Brain, just say no.
Yeah, sure.
Fuck. A few hours of awkward small talk and unwanted ass grabs courtesy of Fluttershy, you and Rainbow find yourselves outside. Fluttershy is more than gone.
Falcons and eagles, they're both quite regal.
Even in your current situation, drunk Fluttershy is funny. Or would be funny if you didn't have her dead weight on your shoulder and her flank next to your face. Oh fuck, she was slipping.
Need some help here, Rainbow?
I got her!
You can feel Rainbow lifting her head up and saving her from a fall. Thus had been your evening since you left the bar and started carrying Fluttershy to her house. You look up at the sky. No moon. That could just mean that it wasn't the right lunar phase, or it could mean that the storm clouds were over you. Better safe than drenched.
Come on, Dash. We gotta double time it.
You move as fast as your coordination will allow as you run down the road, Fluttershy's flank bouncing to and fro and getting her tail caught in your mouth more than once. Soon enough, you spot Fluttershy's house. You get to the porch and get the door open just as you hear thunder rolling off in the distance. Ah, shit. Gotta speed this up.
Angel! Angel! Get out here!
Angel hops down the stairs and starts pitching a fit about being woken up.
No time, Angel.
You plop Fluttershy down on her couch and start running towards the door.
She's drunk. Take care of her.
You start running as soon as you're outside.
Come on, Dash. This storm's right on our ass, and my place is halfway across town.
Your apartment is in sight just as the rain starts to come down in sheets.
Ah, fuck!
Let's go, keep running!
You eventually get to your door and get inside, taking a knee to catch your breath. Damn, you are out of shape. Rainbow lands and punches your shoulder.
What's wrong, Anon? Can't handle a little run?
You smile despite the burning in your chest.
Screw you.
When you get your breathing under control, you take a glance out the window. Lightning was flashing rapidly in the clouds, and the rain smacking the glass almost covered up the thunder. Almost. You turn to Rainbow.
How long is this storm supposed to last?
A while. We haven't had a decent rainstorm in a while.
Great.
You think as lightning strikes a tree in the distance.
You can crash here tonight.
You look over at Rainbow and tell her, since she had been staying over on movie night since you arrived here, so there really wasn't any argument. You doubted she even could fly herself home in this weather. A drop of water hit your nose and snapped you back to reality. A glance over at Rainbow showed that she was dripping wet too.
First things first, we need to dry off.
You grab some towels and toss your shirt in your hamper. No use drying off if you were wearing that. You noticed Rainbow didn't meet your eye when you gave her a towel. You looked down to try and follow her line of sight.
Something on my pants?
Her face got a shade darker as she threw the towel over her head and started drying her mane.
No, dude, it's nothing.
Mose had probably gone to bed before the storm started, so it was just you and Rainbow sitting on the couch as you both dried off. You'd have put on a movie if you thought either of you could get through it awake. You made some instant cocoa. It was still winter and neither of you needed pneumonia. Dash had been uncharacteristically quiet, with conversation coming in short, uninteresting spurts. Suddenly, she broke her self-imposed silence.
Say, Anon, did you have any other friends back where you're from? You know, besides Moose.
I had a few. Most of them were from school. Most is the only one I've known for a long while, though.
Her face is darker again, and she's not looking up from her drink.
Did you ever have someone who was more than a friend? And not a bro, either.
Was she asking you to play relationship counselor? Better you than most, you guess. He had once suggested that you both cover a friend in pheromones to make him seem more attractive once.
I've had a few. Couple girls, one guy. Nothing lasting more than a year, and that was because she was crazy.
Seriously, who the fuck brings a 200-pound piece of decorative furniture to a second-floor apartment? Rainbow looked at you weird for a second.
You like guys?
What was that term you heard for gay ponies? Like, colt cuddler?
Not exclusively, but I can see the appeal. Do you think that's weird?
No. I didn't know that about you.
More silence. Damn it. Even if she didn't find it weird, it still just got weird. She breaks the quiet once more.
So, what were they like? Were they all smart? Like you were?
Wow, this must be serious. She didn't even call you an egghead. You mull it over for a minute.
I guess we just all had some sort of connection. Different than what Moose and I have, but just some spark of something that brought us together. We would hang out for a while and then things would just kinda escalate.
Sounds like things are pretty much the same where you come from as they are here.
Really?
She nods.
Well, how about that?
As if it were adding a period to your sentence itself, a crack of thunder killed the lights and plunged your house into darkness.
Well, I guess that's our cue to turn in. Good night, Rainbro.
Yeah. Good night, Anon.